And through the magic of technology, look where we ended up. Now, I don't have any idea. I'm going to look right here. Did anybody turn on the lights behind me? Do we have the set? No, the set is dark behind me. Can you believe that? Gen X mom not doing her job. How horrible is that? You know, she's got one job. Well, that's not true. She's got many jobs. Oh, she's sneaking in here. Pay no attention to that woman behind the curtain doing her job. There we go. Oh, sweetheart, thank you so much. God damn, it's hard to find good help, isn't it? All right. No. Don't be upset. Don't be too hard on Gen X mom. I know you're all about to run to my defense. You're all about to lash. Don't do that. Don't lash out at Gen X mom. We'll blame it on the chemotherapy from years ago. We'll dismiss it as that. Nobody's perfect. And she's far from perfect, I'll tell you that. Anyway, yeah, it's a great show tonight. Welcome to the pre-Friday JCPenney white sale. Yes, or do they even have white sales anymore? And is a white sale, is that just underwear? Because that seems kind of silly to announce we're having an underwear sale. Isn't it white? Isn't that sheets and pillowcases? But now pillowcases and sheets are all different colors. I mean, am I dating myself? I might be. I wouldn't mind having a date with myself. I'm my own best company. I'm wonderful. Just ask me. I'll tell you. All right. Chush came through. Look at Chush was in here in the pre-Friday sale before I even got a chance to show my lovely face to the audience. She'd already become Chush. Welcome to the Bottom of Glass Nation. I thought she was before, though. I think that was a reboot. On there. But I'm sure you all said hello. Insurmountable Cali Cat member for 2 months. So, General, what are the sales for tomorrow? I beat you to it. Cali. I was already talking about it. Oh, and look at Mrs. 4 Watton, member for 6 months. General, looking dapper tonight. You know what? I have been wearing it. I think every live stream I've wore a baseball cap over the past year and a half. I think in honor of Mrs. 4 Watton, I should try a different hat. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a hold of Chris. I'm going to get a hold of Disney Kid. And I'm going to find out what hats he wears. I'm going to see if I can pull off the Dick Tracy look, or at least a cowboy hat look. Maybe if I trimmed up a little bit, neatened it up, maybe that. I don't know. If she says I'm looking dapper, I'm not even wearing a shirt with a collar. Fuck it. I'm good. She's validated me. Come on. I just got some validation. I don't have to change for you or anybody else. God damn it. Thank you, Mrs. 4. I appreciate you, girl. Cartman, new member. Lieutenant Cartman reporting for duty, sir. Cartman, fall in line. The ranks are filling up. There's room for you back here. Just jump back in right behind me. There's room to sit down. If you're uncomfortable standing, you don't want to stand at attention, you don't want to stand at ease, there's even couches in the far back. Just lay down and pretend you're listening. I'm good with that as far as I care. Bill Ziegler, welcome. He's an extra. Everybody welcome Bill. Checking us out, hanging out now. We tricked him into his $1 for this one, but if he's around next month, that's on him. Yeah, I had so much stuff written down. I don't even know if I'm going to get to all of it. Let's go to the Book of Lies. Let's start with the Book of Lies because I had stuff written in order. It's important to keep all of your lies in order. That way you can communicate them correctly, and I'm trying to do so. Oh, yeah, quick note. I have a note from the producers. Let everyone know you're not their cup of tea. It says, I'm not everyone's cup. I guess I'm supposed to read that. Hello, everyone. Now, I may not be your cup of tea. And guess what? I'm not trying to be. Okay. I'm not sure why that's in there, but I read it correctly and we moved. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. You do realize that everyone under the age of 35 goes, what do you mean cup? I don't like tea. And there's a bunch. I love tea. What do you mean you're not my cup of tea? Go look it up. Go just leave the live stream and look it up. If you don't understand when I said it's not my cup of tea, that means I'm not fucking interested. If I tell you that I'm not your cup of tea, that means you're not interested in me. Go look it up. I seriously don't have time to go through this. All right. Before we get too far into tonight's show, you'll notice that there's not as many blue wrenches. Why? Because we have so many people on staff now that love to participate. What we don't want is every other person in there to be a blue wrench. It would look like you sure got a lot of moderators on here. You got more moderators than you do fans. it would look that way. So we made an executive decision earlier and before the show that we were going to remove. Now, pay attention. It's not a demotion. It's not a sanction. You're not in the woodshed. But we took 3 staff members and we just pulled their credentials so they can still be in here. They can still post links. They can still talk. But we pulled their credentials, so their names are just going to go through in white or green or whatever they are, and we'll rotate that. So we won't have a bunch of people in here the whole time with the blue wrenches. It'll bounce around. That way it won't get flooded. But they're still on staff. They still have their status. They're still cool cats, but we move stuff around. And if we have a problem with that, we'll figure it out, but it looks like it's going to work for the moment. All right, let me read. Tomash, to the general, has the manliest beard on the show. That is true. Tomash is a keen observer of human nature, and as you can see, look around you, there is nobody on this show right now currently that has a better beard than I do. Or a worse beard if you really want to get technical. But Tomash is holding down the eastern border of the bottom of the glass nation all the way over there in Israel for us. He stands a post so we can all rest easy and do what we're doing here. Thank you, Tomash, for being who you were. Brother from another mother, Mike Grissom, welcome to become an extra. Mike, glad you're on board. Change your little symbol there, man. I need something from you, Mike. Next time you show up here, buddy, I got to have a different symbol. A little target on there. It's not going to cut it for me, buddy. When you show up over here, you got to have something a little more vibrant. I dig that there's multiple colors, but that's too easy. Too easy, Mike. You got to come up with something better for me. Thanks, man. Glenn Himrod, welcome to being an extra. Glenn's even worse than Mike. Just a little white G in the, that's got to go. The only person in here that can pull off the green circle with the white letter is Mrs. Forwatton. And that's only because she has style and grace in abundance. It overflows with Mrs. Four. So she can do anything she wants, whenever she wants. Glenn, got to come up with something different, letting you know. All right. Michael Rotter, member for 9 months. Legion of X, been a member longer than this. I know. I think what I'm learning here, I think when I was giving you guys shit a few months back, remember at the 6-month deal, you guys all still had the little chingaderas there with the kid's picture, and I kept saying it's 6 months. Put my picture up there. It's 6 months. Put my and no one would. I don't think you can. I think you have to survive the 6th month. And then at 7 months, you get to do it because you have 6 months in your pocket. And I think that's what it is. I think at 9 months, you're really on month 10. I think. But I did make a new design for 12. I don't know who is going to be the first person to get to 12 months. But the first person that gets to 12 months, the 1-year membership thing, I did make something kind of cool and special, and for anybody who can click. And I don't know that it's your choice. I think I'm learning that it may just do it for you. So we'll see when that time comes. I'll be very happy to see who shows up first. But Michael Rotter, I do agree, man. You and I have been going at each other for a lot longer than just 9 months. That's my personal belief. $60 from Tomash from a whole screen orange, my general. I acknowledge you, my friend. I'm not going to leave you out, Tomash, man. When you come by, I'm going to say something, baby. You know that. Now you guys, if it's an MC, it's Mick, like McDonald's, but this is NC. How do you say it? Nick Marine Burnett. Oh, that's throwing me, man. Come on. I got to get back into English class. If it was MC, it's McDonald's. McMarine, McSomething, McCheeseburger. But is it Nick? Is it just how you say it? Nick Marine? Nah, you fucked with me on that one. Keep up the good work, Nick says. Thank you very much. Tom Palava. Tom Palava, is that it? Just simple, just straightforward. Don't try to change it. See, now I'm so paranoid with the names. You guys have literally, we're only 10 minutes into the program. You guys have fucked with me so much on the names. There's a real simple, straightforward name. Tom Palava. And here I am scrutinizing, and I'm reading it in my head 17 times before I try to say it, and then I foobar the whole thing. You guys did this to me. You conditioned me to be an ogre of words, and I can't help it. You're messing with me. All right. Calm down. Everybody calm your chicks and dits. Let's go. All right, so where are we here? So I talked about that. There's some of the moderators' names that you normally see swinging a blue wrench. There's going to be a regular jabroni just like you for tonight so that it doesn't flood it with blue. Now, I will regret that decision if the 3 moderators that I picked aren't doing the job. if a lot of shit gets fucked up, I'm going to be really upset if the 3 people I picked don't carry the goddamn load. Then I'm going to go, well, I fucked that up. Didn't make that done right. All right. I saw Cabo. Cabo, you thought you were going to slide by there. Cabo Santiago, happy belated birthday, General. Sorry I'm late. I have been going through the ringer these past few weeks. You and me both, buddy. I hope yours turns out better than mine. That's for goddamn sure. All right. Let me jump over here between the sheets. For those of you who don't know, I have another monitor. I have another screen. It's got some Gen X Mom copies and pastes the stuff that I miss. Remember, if I'm telling a story up here, I can't always read what goes by in the comments. So if there's something cool, unique, or something I don't want to forget, she'll copy and paste it over there. It's in Google Documents, Google Sheets, whatever that is. She's in the other room. I'm reading it here. So I affectionately say, let's go check between the sheets, because it sounds more sexual if I tell you there's a girl between the sheets right over here giving me information. It's the image we're trying to portray. So let me go check between the sheets and see if I've done a good job conveying my messages to her, and let's see what she has written back to me. I'll send you a 49ers hat with a nice bottle of whiskey. Sideshow Bob says that. Well, Sideshow, I'll use one of those for sure. Actually, I don't hate the 49ers. They're my third favorite team. I know you're not supposed to have a third favorite team, but I do. Michael Dixon, man, I passed out 15 minutes before the 12-hour live. I failed. You passed out before it finished, or you passed out before it started? Mike Grissom, where is your black Condors hat? I don't own a Condors hat. I think I've only been to one Condors game my whole life. Go Smoke a Toad member for 6 months. Y'all, I'm done if he puts on a fedora. All right, Smecky. If I put on a fedora, but I lean in and I use my Barry White voice. If I put on a fedora, Smecky, and I lean in just talking to you, nobody else will make all the other people on the live stream go away. We'll make them step aside. If I get in real close, if I grab that mic and pull it in real soft like this, and if I tilt my head just down and I'm talking just to you, can I wear a fedora then for 5 minutes? Will you give me that courtesy? Will you not go away? I don't want to lose you. No, I'll bring it in tight if I have to. No, I can go another octave lower than this too, but I don't want everybody totally distracted, so we'll keep it right about here. All right, let me know if that works, because I'm game. I can do that all night. Come on. K-Riff, Wade, do you have a doctor's note to work today? I sort of do. K-Riff wants to know if I have a doctor's note to work. Okay, I was getting into this later, but I'll tell you where I'm at. You guys know that I've been struggling medically because I'm stupid, and stupidity has no cure. It's born Generation X and just grew bigger. What'd you want? And so I did have a doctor's appointment today. And I don't know, I really got mixed messages. I know that his basic thing is, my general practitioner is like, you have to go see a specialist for everything on this chart right here. Like, well, is there any good news? Yeah, you're going to see specialists. So I got to see a cardiologist. I got to see a gastrointestinal guy. They didn't change any medications, really. The big thing, the only good news was, the only good news was news I brought to the table. The only good thing that happened in that doctor's appointment was what I brought to the table, that I brought to the meeting. That was stuff that came from me, which was that overall from my peak weight, which is, I don't talk about that, my peak weight, I'm down as of this morning, 44 pounds as of this morning. From my static fucked up weight, from my very peak weight, which I didn't live at for a super long time, but I always remember that I got to that number. I'm down, and I'm down like 28 or 30 pounds right now from the fucked up weight I was a few months back. So I'm heading in the right direction. That was the only thing that he could say was good news. Well, you're doing well there. You're losing weight. Yeah, I did that. What are you doing for me? I told the doctor. My doctor. He's a kid. He's fucking half my age. He could put two of him together as twins and add them up. They're still not as old as me. I said, what did you bring to the table? He said, oh, you doctor, you want your doctor to fix you. You want your doctor to sit down and say, well, I helped you fix this, and I've corrected that, and I've helped you do this. None of it. Not one thing from my doctor yet so far. No. You know who's helping me? This guy. You know who's looking out for me? This guy. That's right. The weight loss. Me. I'm doing it. All the other stuff, well, we'll see how it goes. But, he didn't prescribe any new medications. He just kind of shuffled me off. Go see this guy. Go see that guy. And he sit and lectured me for 30 minutes. Like I have a fucking clue to what he said. So Gen X mom insisted she goes. She goes, I'm going on the doctor visit with you because she thinks I'm going to come home and lie. I'm going to come home and she's going to say, well, what did the doctor say? And I'm going to say, not much. Only because I don't remember. I'm not trying to lie. I don't remember what he said, and I wouldn't understand it if he did. So she went there and she took notes, and the dude drew out on the back of a piece of paper. This guy draws out like my stomach, my spleen, my kidneys, my lower intestines. And he's got all, it was funny, he had all these terminologies, and this is the something when you call it the spleen, this is the something, and this part of your stomach and that part of your stomach. He had all these terminologies drawn on this piece of paper. I have the paper here somewhere. I'm not kidding. He drew all this stuff out. If Gen X mom's got it, I hope she brings it into me. I hope she walks in here and hands it to me, because I'm not kidding, the dude drew this out on this piece of paper, this whole thing, and he's explaining in all these technical terms what's going on. First, he had to build my guts on a piece of paper, and then after he built my guts on, oh, here she comes. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Look right here. Wait, which is the top? That's the top. Okay, he draws this out. This is what he drew on the piece of paper. Okay, he drew all this stuff out there, and he started putting all these things on there, and he's telling all these terminologies and all this stuff, and he used medical terminology I'd never heard before. Right? He goes through all this stuff, and then right down here, and he goes, and in technical terms, he goes, this down here is where you poop. That was what he said. I said, you don't have some big, I stopped him. I go, you don't have some big medical, you've been talking every medical term. There's 17 different terminologies all the way through this. And if it is, and this and that, it's a gastric reflex, and this is where you poop. And then he goes, I said, whoa. There, you kind of dumbed that down to a 3-year-old status, and then you blew right by it. So he drew out all the stuff, and then he says, I'm sending you to this doctor for this one, and this doctor for this one, and this doctor for this one. And then I'm like, so you're not doing shit. But then again, maybe he's just a coach on the sidelines. Maybe he's just got all these things going on that he's like, okay, I'm sending in this quarterback. Now we're going to do a running play. He could be a football coach, and he's got the game plan drawn out. I still didn't understand it. So anyway, we get all the way done. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I thought, all right, because I'd lost all the weight, and doing my thing. I was walking with pep in my step, as they say. Even Gen X mom, she goes, what did she say? I let her out of the car, and she was standing up there. I went and parked the car, and so I was walking across the parking lot. And I will admit, I was given a little strut in my step today. I was given a little strut. I was walking proud. I was walking with deliberate, determined steps all the way. And I'm walking in a straight line up to her. I know she's watching me. I know she's looking at me. And I know that when I come, she's usually very complimentary. When she sees me walking from a distance and I come up, usually she's like, oh, she grabs my shirt. She goes, oh, you look so much thinner. I can really see on you the difference in the weight loss. It really looks, that's normally what she says, because this is not the first time I've lost weight. No. I've been going in this battle for about 8 years. So I walk up, I know I'm getting right to her, and I'm going to hand her my keys and my sunglasses and get myself ready to walk inside. And I'm waiting. I know she's going to say something. You know what she says? She goes, hey, listen, shift your pants to the left. I said, what? She goes, you're wearing sweats right now, right? I said, yeah. She goes, they're not centered. Your pocket's covering your Johnson. Slide your pants. I went, they're not that far off. They were off. They weren't that far off. I don't know how she knows anyway. I don't know how I didn't notice. I was too busy strutting my stuff. But that was the compliment I got, was good job dressing yourself, but your left pocket is covering your Johnson. Slide your fucking sweats around a little bit. So I did. Well, when we got home, she called Dr. McDreamy, who's the Lord Overseer of all the medical facilities in this complex we have here. And I don't know, she was on the phone with him for like 45 minutes. All I heard was her side of the conversation. It didn't sound like she was condemning me. It sounded like I did hear one compliment. Well, he's pretty on board with the whole food eating thing, so I guess we got that going for us. But it appears that Dr. McDreamy has given his stamp of approval for the direction that my doctor is taking me. For the most part, he still wants to see the results of the things that go on and as we move along, the numbers, the charts, the graphs, the things like that. So we're moving. But if he hadn't given his stamp of approval, back to the doctor I would have gone, then I would have had to go in there and go, look, you're fucking this up. Do it this way. And then he had to do it that way. But he was good. Dr. McDreamy gave his stamp of approval. We're all moving forward. Everything's going in the right direction. Except the next time I show up, I have to dress myself correctly. I am no longer allowed to make adjustments in the parking lot to my attire. I don't know. A little bit embarrassing, but whatever. Fucking nobody knew but her. And now just 2 or 3 of you guys. Whoever's here. I'm not sure how many of you guys are here. All right, let me see here. We got 1 week until Las Vegas, January 13th. If you're going to go, you're going to go. Just hanging out there Friday. We'll be at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino for one night only. Well, that's not entirely true, but it's mostly true. But you can come that time. It's free. Just show up. Tomash, 150, whatever those little symbols are that look like 2 hands. They look like 2 hands holding together, don't they? You guys see what I'm talking about there? It's not just me. I'm not making stuff up in my imagination. That's what it is. Tomash, 150, those general, you are bigger than life. Yeah, I know, Tomash. I'm trying to lose weight. Thanks for pointing out the obvious, my man. I know I'm bigger than life. I'm trying to get down to life size. I know all of you guys are life size, and I'm big. I'm working on it, man. I lost a lot of weight. I'm getting closer to life size, but I'm not there yet. Gwen Tingle. God, I just love that name. Hey, how could you not love a girl's name whose name is Tingle? Doesn't that make you smile just saying her name? It does me. Gwen Tingle, new member. The general, maybe you need a nurse. Maybe you need a nurse. That's a dominatrix. Only if Gen X mom allowed it. Oh, she'd allow it just to see me get my ass kicked. She would completely allow that. Built like a bag of milk says, hey. Built like a bag of milk. Now, I think there was a picture there, but I can't see it on this when the copy and paste. Built like a bag of milk. I'm not even sure what that means. I've never drank milk out of a bag before, technically speaking. Charles Vincent, keep up the good work. You make me laugh. Hey, man, Charles, if you're laughing with me or you're laughing at me, I'm okay either way. Hang on a second. Got a trippy pineapple hydrate. All right, there we go. He didn't say so, but he was about to. Goddamn son of a bitch. Mike Roder, $5. Glad to see everyone. Michael Roder seeing all the crew. I wonder how many people in here remember Michael Roder's name or how many familiar names he sees. Because it goes way back when. K-Riff, where's ZEO at? Really? Are you Disney? Where's ZEO at? Yo, my man, where's ZEO? I don't know where he is. It's not my job. It's kind of my job. I'm his parent, but I still don't know. Raymond Elliott, how often do you trim the beard? Well, it used to be all the time. But Mrs. Four Watton, lovely, classily, ever-present Mrs. Four, I'm growing this for her. I'm trying to impress Mrs. Four Watton. So I haven't touched it. Not even nothing. Not even a clip, a shave, a scissor, nothing for months now. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. Carl Girard, $9.99. Take care of yourself, General. I have a defibrillator implanted in 2012. The reason I had to retire as a Leo 20 years ago. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe there's something here I don't understand. Carl Girard. Turn my whole screen yellow. I see it right there. Take care of yourself, General. I have a defibrillator implanted. Now, isn't that the thing they pull out of the back of cop cars to try to save you? 1, 2, 3, clear. That's a big device to have implanted. That must be very uncomfortable. In 2012, the reason I had to retire as a Leo 20 years in, I didn't know you could retire an astrological sign. Huh. Okay, well, if you got to retire as a Leo, then I'm probably about ready to retire as a Capricorn. I'm not sure what to do now. I've always been a Capricorn. Do you get another title, or is there like a subcategory when we have to retire, get kicked out of those? Do we go down? Carl, I'm gonna need a little more because now that I'm with you, I don't know where to go. I feel a little bit lost. Yeah, I feel a little bit like Loki in the TVA, but I'm not sure what to do. All right, Tori Manning, I love the way you and your wife are together. Teamwork. Yeah, she's this close to divorce. I mean, I have never been so close to divorcing her as I am right now. You know why? She forgot to turn on the light bulbs on the set. I just can't handle that. That level of incompetence has got to be sanctioned. Elizabeth Rojas, member for 2 months. Hello, handsome general and beautiful bottom of the glass nation. Sorry I'm late. Elizabeth, I hope you got an email from the kid today. I go, you go fix that with Elizabeth. She better tell me that you apologize for your curt dismissal, which is a nice way of saying he fucked up, and he did. Where are we at? What kind of beautiful? Well, greetings from the EU, but the name is Timizio. God damn it! You just need a name like Dave. Dave Jones says, well, greetings from the EU. I'm changing his name because I can't say the right one. Clay Birdshaw, so whose channel is this, yours or the kids? I'll stop you right there. It's the kids' channel. I work for him. Yours the kids, I just saw, I'm trying to read it, but she's jumping screen. I just started watching the shorts a few days ago and figured it was a kids' channel. It is. Those ambush videos are stupid. They're ridiculous and they suck. And he tries them 11 times a day. Only gets one every few days he can use. But you got to remember, think about what I'm trying to tell you. Well, who wrote that on there again? That was Clay. Clay, you got to remember, he does these videos. I know what he's doing. He comes up, you ever wonder what the Gen X thinks? Well, I can hear him coming in the room. And then I have to be ready for whatever shitty thing he brings up. I have to be clever. I have to be witty. I have to be on point. I fumble it. I fuck it up more than I do get it right. And then he's got to leave because I'm mad. I'm like, get out the fuck out of here. And there's nothing he can use. He tries again in a couple hours on a different topic or the next day. Ambush videos suck. I know you guys like those. They suck. They blow ass. Danielson, been listening since my son was born. He is now 9 months old now. Did I fall off the everyday watch? I did fall off the everyday watch crew, but still like y'all and watch the shorts that come across on the boob tube. That's my man right there. Danielson's, he's still around. That's good. Let's see. Tomash, point past, see you. Point past, see you. Point past. You lost me on that, Tomash. You lost me a little bit, buddy. All right. So, I'm stopping right there at the Leo definition. I'm going to go back. I have stuff that I want to say. I can't just be facing that way the whole time. I know that's a good side. I know that's my good side. That's a good profile side. You guys get to see this the whole time. But it puts a little crank in my neck, and we can't have that. So let me go back to my... Oh, you know what? I had stuff in here. Let's move on. Because the pictures now looks a little different. We changed some stuff. Yeah. Everybody complained, you go to the picture side, we can't see you. Well, now you can. So let me cover a couple. So there was we talked about on Tuesday some of the laws that have been changed here in California, and some of them really stupid. I would say most of them are stupid, but there's 967 or 987 new laws passed for 2023 in California. I didn't read all of them. I'm sifting through them, but the popular ones that come up, we talked about already. We talked about it on Tuesday, but here's one we didn't talk about. This is a real law, okay? And it's going to cover part of the screen on the bottom. Senate Bill 357 becomes effective January 1. It eliminates from the law books you can loiter in public place. What does that say? It eliminates the crime of loitering in a public place with the intent to commit prostitution. Did you hear me? Are you listening? Are you paying attention there? If you are a girl, a woman, a lady, and you're hanging out in front of an establishment or on a street corner, and you are there, you are loitering you're facilitating the art of prostitution, the business of prostitution, the transaction known as prostitution that used to be illegal. And cops could come up and say, you're a hooker, you're out here soliciting, and even though we haven't seen you solicit, you can't loiter for the purpose of prostitution. You're going to jail. They'd arrest you for it. You with me on that? That's the rule. So they've erased that. Just that one. They said, okay, if you're going to stand out on a street corner, if you're going to loiter around the front of a hotel or something for the purpose of prostitution, that's fine. Go ahead. We're okay with that. That's true. That's what they just did. Now, I read a little deeper onto that one. I'm not just making fun of it. In California, they're like, There was a small number of people. Now, what if they're just you got to get rid of this rule, man. What if there's just some girl, and she's just walking through the neighborhood and she's just going home. She's just minding her business, and she's dressed a little bit on the trashy side, but she's just a good girl and she's on her way home, or she happens to be waiting for a light to change at a street corner and a cop sees her, there could be some mistaken arrests. We need to get rid of that law. That was the argument. That was the entire argument, that you could mistakenly arrest someone who was not a prostitute for dressing like one and walking home. So somebody actually did some homework on this and says there was only a handful of arrests in like the whole city of Sacramento between 2017 and 2021. There was like 8 that were incorrect arrests that were found out to be, we fucked up. We got 8 in 4 years. 8. And that was in Sacramento. And similar numbers are probably the same in Los Angeles and San Francisco. So the other one that bothered me, and we talked about this one on Tuesday, was now jaywalking is no longer illegal. You can just walk wherever you want. And I kept saying, what kind of a fucking idiot would make this a law? And what kind of a dumbass governor would sign this? I mean, a crosswalk is when I'm driving and I go through a crosswalk, green light. I mean, I don't exactly hold my breath, but I'm paying a little more attention because it's a crosswalk. There could be a person in there accidentally, didn't make the light, wandered out there. It's a crosswalk. You just have to give it a little bit more consideration than you do everywhere else because it's a crosswalk. That's where people belong. We know where the people are supposed to be. We give a little more credence and consideration to that section of the drive. So, and people go there. People go to crosswalks going, okay, I'm in a fucking crosswalk. You get no points if you hit me. All right? You actually get minus points. I'm in the fucking crosswalk. Don't you, sir, on the brake, sir. Stop right there. Stop. You don't get any points if you hit me. Just keep your big ass truck right where it is. They go in the crosswalk on purpose. They are a little bit safer in the crosswalk. Well, now you can cross anywhere. Now you could now every driver has to be hyper paranoid aware of every time you're jetting down the street and there's some parked cars, you better just assume some asshole's going to walk right out in front of you because he can. Because we all know people that are arrogant fucks and they're just I'm going across the street right here because a motherfucking can. The law says I don't have to go to a crosswalk, so fuck you. I'm crossing here. You know people that are going to do that. You know there's people that are just going to take this law to its extreme. There's going to be accidents and lawsuits and all sorts of shit. Why? Because we have idiots running the fucking state. Now, to bring this full circle, which they never do in the White House press corps room, to bring it actually full circle, we're going to circle back and we're actually going to get there this time. I think that law might have gone in line with the prostitution law. Now the potential customers don't have to walk all the way down to the end of the block, cross the street, and walk all the way back the other side. If they see a woman that they want to have sex with for money, they can dart right through traffic and get to her. Why? Because the law says so. And why is she still standing there? Because the law says so. Now, do you see how these things work hand in hand? Yeah. I don't think you're going to hear this conjecture anywhere on the internet. I don't think any news organization is going to put these two things together. Thank God you showed up tonight. Thank God I was here sticking to an alcohol regimen of 0 to make sure that you guys got the truth. I believe that is at the heart of both of those laws. I think there is a symbiotic relationship between those two things. I think if they'd have written those two laws back to back, side by side, everybody would have caught on. But they knew enough to separate them. And it took a keen mind to decipher what they've done. Well, you're welcome, America and Denmark. All right, moving on. Oh, for God's sakes, there is so much wrong with me. Mike Perkins, member for 6 months. So now I come to Bakersfield in February. I can stand outside of my hotel and not be arrested. Yes, Mike, that's what we're telling you. You can stand outside of that Motel 6 all night and nobody can say shit. All they can do is wait for the moment of the contract, the handing over of the money. As soon as that happens, boom, then they can jump it. But just standing around looking like you do, Mike, they can't say shit. All right, Moz King, the whole point of the crosswalks is to make driving more predictable because response time is limited, no points. I know, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm with you on that. You can't, hitting a person in a crosswalk, that's easy. You don't get any points. I'm with King on that one. You don't get any points for that shit. Michael Rutter, $2. I've got a stent in my heart since 2019. I won't ask to borrow that. It sounds like you need it. Did anybody figure out who the $2 whore was tonight? Did anybody check that out? Has anybody even, you guys haven't seen that? We know the peaches. Everyone knows the peaches are Mrs. Fort Watten's perfectly ass-shaped peaches, and I love it when they fill the jar. I do. Gets my motor running, if you know what I mean, but nobody knows who the $2 whore is tonight. In fact, even the staff and in addition to the staff, the person who's the $2 whore doesn't know they're the $2 whore. It's a brand new name. A brand new face. Yeah. You're going to have some $2 faces right up against Mrs. Fort Watten's ass-shaped peaches, and you don't even know who it is. Wow. The level of mystery just grows, does it not? All right, Disney Kid, General for your California Corners Girl Fund. Now we call that the Singapore Hooker Fund. It sounds more exotic, does it not? And California Corners Girl Fund, although you can take it where you can get it, I guess. Barry Dano, our favorite guy to ship presents to up there across the border up north in Canada. He says $5 kind of makes the governor the biggest pimp in Cali, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It makes it easier for the governor of California to pimp girls out now. It's easier for him now. Nice pull, Barry. I wouldn't have thought of that. Go Smoke a Toad, man, for 6 months. Am I the $2 whore? You are not, Smicky. You are not. Go Smoke a Toad. You are not. Mrs. Fort Watten, member for 6 months. General, did you hear about the two arsonists trying to burn a business with gasoline caught themselves on fire in Bakersfield? Yes, I did. They had a video of this. These two idiots. I even know right where the building was. In fact, I'm not sure if it was a friend of mine who owns those buildings right there. These idiots come up to burn to burn a building, and they come out to the front of the building with gasoline, end up lighting the building on fire and themselves. The building didn't get as much damage as they wanted, but they got fucked up. One guy did for sure. So yes, I did see that. That's fucking funny. All right, so what am I missing here? Zimo Zio, Jimis Zio is how it's pronounced. Jimis Zio, greetings from Greece. You can come here for the holidays to know your hospitality and Greek famous healthy diet. We take care of you, mate, wherever you want. Somebody write that motherfucking name down. I just got invited to Greece. It's going to be on a boat. I don't fly, but you imagine going to Greece and seeing all the cool shit there? And he says they got hospitality. They're going to take care of me. As soon as the live stream's over, my ass is on the Queen Mary and I'm gone. True story. You just got just one lie or two in there, but they're tucked away. You won't know. Carl Girard. Sorry, I was a cop for 20 years. Had to have a small defibrillator, same as the pacemaker implanted. Had to retire because of it. Oh, Leo is law enforcement officer. Okay, well, then I'm going to petition. To be back up on the Capricorn status. I thought we were resigning our, Sagittarius, our zodiac signs, but I guess not. I'm back then. Listen, one more thing I wanted to point out, and I don't know whether Mrs. Fort Watten has tried this or not. Sometimes she does. There is supposed to be a new link up there for PayPal. Now, the PayPal link, it didn't work last time. I guess a couple of you tried it and didn't work. And I'll show you what it's supposed to be real quick here, just before you guys go jumping off the ship here. Okay, so this will take up the whole screen, but just give it a second. When you click the PayPal link, this is the first screen it takes you to. This is where it allows you to type a message into what you want to say, into who you want to give the tip to, whatever. And then you hit the donate button at the bottom. Okay, it takes you here first. And then the second screen is this one, because if you already use PayPal, this is supposed to link you right to your PayPal. If you click that one, it's supposed to take you right over to your PayPal that you're already doing, and you put in the deal, press the button, and away you go. I don't know if this works. I don't have a way to check this even for $1. I don't know if this is even a thing. I do know that Streamlabs doesn't take any of the money out. They're just a go-between. The benefit to it is on our screen is up here. You get up here in this area up here. If you do one, it's supposed to put your name and what you donated with your little message. That's a new feature. It's supposed to come up there. We don't get a ton of them, but we thought, because we always have to have Gen X Mom come in here, we're hoping what we'd like this to do is if someone puts in $5 on PayPal, that the name comes up here and it says what you did, something drops into the jar over here, and it goes to Gen X Mom, where she will waddle her fat ass, her narrow ass in here and speak on microphone with her beautiful, sensual, lovely, always entertaining voice that we've grown so fond of over the years. So that's what we're trying to do, but I don't know if it works. So if someone could try it just for $1, I tried it, but this computer and this stuff isn't linked to it. I couldn't send myself $1. I try. Hey, there's a $2 whore. Yeah, look at that. $2 whore. Yeah. And I couldn't test it. So if there's some way for somebody to do it, that'd be great. I want to see if it comes up like we talked about, right here. And I want to see if it goes through to Gen X Mom. You got one. Well, it didn't come up here at all. It didn't come on the screen at all.
Okay, well, maybe it's delayed.
It could be.
Can you hear me?
Everybody can hear you. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We got $1 from Mike Monetaneri, I think is how you pronounce it. $1. He tipped the jar to see if it worked.
You know what, Mike? Thanks for trying. It didn't come through. I didn't see it unless I missed it. I might have missed it because I'm looking over here. I might have missed it. That's $1.99. So I'm just saying that's how it's supposed to work. If it didn't, then we'll keep working on it. We'll keep trying. But obviously, what did work is it did go through to Gen X Mom, and that was good because the main part of that is to hear her voice. Get her out of that chair. Get her all the way over here. All right. So boom, 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 boom. I know the sheets are going crazy. I'm trying to get there, you guys. But while you guys are working out the $2 whore, I want to go back to the shit I was talking about. Now, Mrs. Big Rig is in here. I think is she swinging a blue wrench tonight? I believe she is. She was. Let's see. You see Two Bear in there. I see Two Bear in there. Where is everybody? Where's Trippy? Trippy didn't get banned. Nope. I don't see Trippy. I see lots of Two Bears. Is Two Bear carrying this show all on his own? Wow. I'm scrolling. Oh, Mrs. Big Rig, there she is. Okay, we want to remember when Mrs. Big Rig first became a moderator. Yeah, and someone, Sublocal Productions, Sublocurry, fuck it, I fucked that up. He just wrote there, do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Talks. He was just quoting the kid, and she clicked him. She deleted him. She fucking said, no, you're not talking that shit. Get out of here. I think public humiliation is the best way to get things done. So we'll start with this one. Mrs. Big Rig, on her first swing, on her first attempt swinging that blue wrench, she clicked out some dude who's a regular cat around here just fucking having a good time, and she clipped him in the nuts. First thing. I want to point that out. I want to make sure we don't make that mistake again. All right, let's pay some bills around here. The new podcast is up. It does give a little bit more of an overview. Every podcast, we talk a little bit about my health stuff. Not much, but about what I'm eating and drinking and fucking off. Nobody wants to hear that in here. So I told it in there. I don't know if you guys have the links, if you can get a link to the new podcast. Really early in the morning, Gen X Mom won't have nothing to do with it, but she did very well, and we got through it, and there was a lot of stuff in there. Plus, yes, everyone learned that I was blacklisted from a rental car agency, and why, what happened. There's a story in there. And we also learned that Two Bear is still one impatient mofo, and he is. We talked about that. So the podcast. Now, I'm throwing this in there because I stumbled across this. I don't know whether this is something I found or something you guys sent me. But I don't have a real picture of it. Okay, I don't have a real picture of this happening. Although the reason I'm showing you is because it has happened more than once. Okay, it says when she makes a sandwich, when she's mad at you, but she still makes you a sandwich anyway. I'll bet I've gotten 6 of these during my marriage. I bet I got 6 of these from Gen X Mom with varying messages and varying degrees over the years. And I remembered that fondly. So it's the little things in a marriage, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Yeah, this came out there too. Tesla was fined millions for exaggerating. Now, I know the story on that is exaggerating their battery capacity and how many miles they can go. And, but the fact that they got fined millions for exaggerating, I got to be honest. When I first read that headline, it put me back on my heels. I saw that. It came across my screen. I went, oh, fuck. I'm in trouble. Oh, fuck. I don't have millions. God damn it. If Elon Musk is getting fined for this shit, I don't have he's got lawyers. He can fight this shit. If someone sues me for exaggerating, I'm fucked. I got to tell you, I took it personal. A little deeper than I should have, but I got to tell you, I'm a little bit worried. Now, I don't exaggerate all the time, but every now and then I do. Those little things that make your heart go pitter-patter. That one got me. Yeah. What do we got here? Yeah, why are these even there's when you scroll through articles on a news organization, in Fox or CNN or wherever you're looking on that, why do some things make the fucking news? Like this one, Leonardo DiCaprio spotted alongside multiple bikini-clad women on a yacht. Well, no shit. I don't even understand why that's a picture in a story. The Los Angeles Dodgers were seen playing a game wearing blue and white today. No shit. Today we stumbled across a story of Pinocchio. Turns out he's not a real boy and he's made of wood. No shit. How could that even be I could have never been told this. I could have never seen the story. And someone could have said to me at a bar, across a table, said, hey, what do you think Leonardo DiCaprio is doing right now? What do you guess? I'd look back and said, I don't know. He's probably hanging out with chicks in bikinis. I would reckon. I would have been right. And I didn't even need this. That's not even a story. That's like something you pull out of your ass and turn into your editor going, I got nothing. Can we run this, please? Can we just run the story? Someone might be interested. Yeah, no shit. Speaking of bikinis, everybody remember her? Yeah. Tia Carrera, she was in Wayne's World. She turned 56 and posed in a bikini. God bless her soul. God bless. I think every woman, when they turn 56 or any age between 19 and 59, I think they should pose in a bikini. I would personally be grateful. Speaking on behalf of all men in the United States of America, I think you should go ahead. This is a woman who is leading by example. God bless her. All right. Remember, movie night on Discord. I saw the Discord thing fly by, watching Highlander, one of my favorite movies of all time. Not because it's a great cinematic achievement. I just was so drawn to the story in my youth that it just has a special place in my heart. So, yeah. And now we'll go back to this, and we'll go back to the Book of Lies, which is somewhere around here. Man, I wrote shit down, and now it's gone. That is going to be a huge bummer if I can't find that. Where did it go? There it is. All right, calm down. Okay, before we get back to the book, let me go over here and burn up some of the sheets. Let's burn through some sheets. Doug Vanderhoop, $2. Let's find out. The Whiskey Fund. Mrs. Fort Watton, $2 to see the $2 hoe. I gots to know. You guys know the name. You guys know the name of the $2 whore as well as you know anybody's name. All right, I'll give you a little more. Ready? I'm going to give you a little bit more right here. You can look real close. This is all you're getting, and I'm putting it back. I'm going to put it right back where it goes. This is all you get. Can you guys tell? Does that help you? There's your $2 whore. Do you see it in there? I'm letting you look. Oh, Gen X Mom will put it between the sheets when you guys finally get it. But that's all you're getting. That was your cheat. I helped you cheat. I don't have to do that I'm a nice guy. Just ask me. I'll tell you. Elizabeth Rojas, Gen X Talks. I tried the link. Do you put in for your username? I don't know. And I'll tell you why this is an inconvenience. Because the kid comes up and goes, Dad, I got this way. We could do PayPal and Streamlabs, and it's going to work. The first thing I said was, is it going to be more complicated? Are people going to have to log in? Are they going to have to sign in? Or is this just a straightforward deal? Oh, straightforward deal. Because he doesn't doesn't follow through on shit. He just assumes, and then when you find out it's fucked up, oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was a mistake, a genuine mistake. I'm sorry, followed by words of something or other. But anyway, so just so you guys know that the link didn't even work the first time. I'm asking what you have to do the second time. When you're asking me, do you have to sign in or log? I don't know. I'm hoping you guys tell us, or I'm just going to have to kill this until he gets it figured out, because that's 2 live streams in a row. Think of all the millions of dollars we've missed in PayPal donations because of our untech savvy Gen Z kid fucking up. I mean, there was a gozillionaire ready to donate tonight, and he can't do it. Why? Because of the kid. Goddamn kids. If I didn't need a reason to yell at that kid, I got one now. Alan, member for 2 months. Trippy, it is not Trippy. Mrs. Big Rig, member for 2 months. I think it's Maddox or Tomash. Mrs. Big Rig, it is Josh Maddox. Our newest staff member, along with Mrs. Big Rig, he sent in a profile pic so we could put his picture up on the website, and we decided to whore him out tonight. Josh Maddox on staff here is tonight's $2 whore. Josh, this is as close as your face is ever going to get to such a perfect ass-shaped peach. Remember that. So enjoy tonight, Josh. This is it, buddy. Take a screenshot, pal. This is as close as you're ever going to get. Live in the moment, my man. Tom Coxwell. There can't be anybody that gets excited about the shit I say. Not even a goddamn little bit. Most of the time I try to let it go and I move on to something else, but inside I'm dying going, that was the fucking dumbest thing you've ever said, which it wasn't. I've said a lot dumber things, but that was close. Oh my God. Oh, I just dropped the IQ level of the entire room down about 20 points there. All right. Josh Maddox, member for 6 months. I feel violated. And well, you should, Josh. And well, you should. Tom Cogswell, hey, Pops, I'm a newer subscriber, and you rock. Lots of love and respect to you from Canada. Thanks, Tom. Hope to keep seeing you around. I really do. Brian Ivany, General, you always say you're welcome, America and Denmark. What about Canada? We are here, too. Now, Brian, listen. Do you guys know the story on why I even say Denmark? I don't know. I know when it was, but I don't know who said it. I'll tell you, though. I had to have been maybe the first or second show. Might have even back. In fact, I think it was back when we were doing just big shows on TikTok. And for those of you who remember the big show, it was a game show. It was a literal fucking Price is Right, Joker's Wild live action game show. And it was so much fun to do. We quit doing them. I'm thinking about bringing them back. But and I remember one time just saying to the camera, I said something that I believed was poignant. If you don't know what that word is, go look it up. And I said something, and I paused, and I said, "You're welcome, America and Denmark," because someone had commented they were watching from Denmark. All right, that was it. I got emails after that show going, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me back up." I said, "You're welcome, America." And someone who was on the stream had just chimed in they were from Denmark, watching the big show from Denmark. I got emails from those people. There was 3 or 4 that said, "Hey, what about Denmark? Why are you just welcoming America? Why'd you say you're welcome, America? What about Denmark?" So the next time I said, "You're welcome, America and Denmark." Then I got a bunch of emails with everybody from every country possible. What about Spain, and what about Canada, and what about Mexico, and what about Chile, and on and on and on. I'm like, okay, fuck, I'm not going to say everybody's name. It was just a running joke because that thing, I did it a couple times because the people from Denmark were there. I said America, but not Denmark. They didn't feel, they weren't sending a joking email either. They were sending me an email going, "Hey, man, don't leave us out. Denmark, man." So it just kind of stuck from that time. That had sometime in 2021. It was early in 2021. I don't even remember when it was, but that was the order that I said America, the Denmark emails came through. So the next time I said Denmark, then there was 1,000 emails from all these countries, and I just kind of kept it Denmark. It was just because of that one thing. It's kind of a throwback to anybody who was here at the very beginning. It was just that moment, that time. I think I made mention of the reason I was saying it once up until now, and that's the deal on that. So, no, none for you. I am the soup Nazi right now of gratitude, and you get none. None for you. No thank yous for you, Canada. Slow DK, first live for me. Slow DK, man, thanks for showing up. If this is your first live, you have no responsibility. All you have to do is sit back and relax. We will do all the work. Enjoy yourself. Dave Yoder, new member, at least for Josh, isn't loitering on the corner. No, Josh Maddox is loitering in the bottom of a jar right now with some perfectly ass-shaped peaches. That's his crime. Rick Howe, $1.99. Gen X rocks. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. Rick Howe again, $1.99. Let's try this again. All right, my man, we'll try it again. That's $2 and $2. It's $4. Ace Jumpman, $2. No message. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the sugar mama. She says, "Hey, handsome, I can't wait for our date. It's so close now. I will be ordering bread and water because if you can't enjoy a glorious meal, I won't either." Now, we don't want to do that. I'm not going to fuck things up, you know. We're going to have a little time away with your date, with your $40 date, which I think you up to 50. Now I think you put in another 10. But we just, and how this has got to work, just so everybody knows too, is that we did auction off dates while we're in Vegas, one for myself and one for Gen X Mom. Gen X Mom went for $600. I went for $40. Sounds about right. But the only way that's going to work because of our schedule, I know the events are scheduled out pretty far apart, but what our problem is we're doing stuff, we have to coordinate things between the events. So literally, when we see a window of a couple hours, like for me, I'm going to say to Sammy Joe, I'm going to say, okay, look, I think I got a break between like 2:30 and 3:30. And then inside the Red Rock, if I'm in the Red Rock Hotel and Casino, we can pick a restaurant. They got a bunch of great restaurants. Say, we'll pick something. We'll just go over there. We'll sit. Everyone can leave us alone. No one can follow us around over there. And we'll have our date there, for an hour or so. It's the same with Gen X Mom. She's going to do the same thing with Lord Crispy. She's got to say, listen, I'm going to work my window out. Where are you? And we'll do this. And then it's just going to be just go off and just, have an hour, sit and talk for a little bit, have something to eat. It's just a downtime for us. The date for us is like got to sit and unwind for an hour. You're excited about going, but we just have to fit it in. We can't drive anywhere. We can't take off and go. We got to be right where we're at. So that's how those two things work. I hate even talking about that. I went for $40. $40 was the outstanding bid. 40. Mrs. Fort Watton chimed in with a $100 bill out of, I think she felt sorry for me because she's not even going. I think she felt sorry for me, but $40, really? This right here only got $40. And I'm 40 pounds lighter. Oh, yeah. I'm getting down to my fight weight. I'm getting ready to tap dance again. And I got $40? Who's hitting the bullshit bell? And so is Two Bear. What for what? That was right. It was a $40. What was a bullshit bell? My date went for $40. Mrs. Fort Watton threw in a $100 bill for, I think, out of pity. Thank you very much for doing so. But that's accurate. That was true. General member. Oh, wait a second. Mrs. Fort Watton says you went for $180, not $40. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I was pretty sure. I thought I went for $40. You threw in $100 out of kindness. And then I think Sammy Joe, like a month later, chipped in another $10 to round, or somebody did to 50. I thought that's what it was. That's the way I remember it, give or take a lie or two. King Wisenoak, remember for 1 month, I'd pay $1,000 if I could afford it. Well, it would be an honor, Wisenoak, to have a date with you. You and I sitting out poolside by a roaring fire, collecting that $1,000. I can't think of a better way to spend an evening. But it wasn't meant to be. Michael Rotter, $2. Pinocchio got fined for having a Woody. Yep. In California, he wouldn't, though, because there's new rules. I hate fucks. Member for 6 months. General, what happened to you with the football picks? Yeah, I was in third place right behind you for the whole season. One Sunday, he's talking about Pigskin Pick'em, the Gen X Talks community. There's no betting, and we weren't, it was just for fun and a few prizes, but there was no betting. And we were just picking winners and losers. Just which football team do you think will win? No points, no players, not fantasy football. Just you click the 2 buttons. It's put on by ESPN. It's a really cool thing because you just go click, 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 click. You pick whichever team you want, and you're done. But he's asking what happened because I went from third place all season long down to like 16th, and I think I'm back up to 11th or something. Well, I missed a few games on one Sunday. I missed picking them. I missed my picks. But I got back into it. But then the next Sunday I was sick. I mean, I was terribly sick. I couldn't do anything. I could barely talk. I could barely walk. I couldn't do anything, and I completely missed the whole day. So I missed all those games. And by the time I got back into the Monday night game and the next week's picks, I was so far behind I couldn't catch up. That's my fault. When I was on point, I was in the running. I was in third place. I don't think I would have caught you guys. I Hate Fucks and Lord Crispy were a little bit too far out of my reach to catch them, but I was in solid third place the whole season. It's my fault. It's my fault for if you want to blame it on the illness, you can blame that on me too. I got fat. I got sick. It's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody else. I'm not a guy who's running around blaming McDonald's for making cheeseburgers that made me fat. You got me confused with that other generation that blames everything and everyone around them. All right. Mrs. Fort Watton, Sammy Joe paid 40. So did Lionheart, and I paid 100. Okay. Now that you say it with Lion, I think that might be right. Lionheart, are you questioning the bookkeeper? Yeah, I really should. What the fuck am I doing? Lionheart's right. Mrs. Fort Watton says it's 180. It's fucking 180. What am I thinking? She's the one with the number 2 pencil. She's the one with the yellow pad of paper. Thomas telling 5 a.m. and good morning from Estonia. Just woke up and just went jump. This feller is fun to wake up with. Well, Thomas Teller, this feller is fun to wake up with. Meaning me, you're not the first person to say that. Just keep that in mind. Well, let all of you let that sink in for a minute. That's true. All right. Before I go back there was something. I'm out of time. I'm technically out of time. I wanted to do something for you guys. If you're still here, I wanted to do something special. I wanted to give you guys, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try it. I want to play you guys something. I don't think that I even shared this with Gen X Mom yet. I had a kid listen to it. My daughter listened to it. And I passed it out to 2 staff members for their consideration. I didn't get a chance to give it to all the staff. I didn't get a chance to Gen X Mom. But if you guys can hear this, I want you to turn up. I'm going to try it right now. Let me see if this works. I wanted you to turn up your speakers a little bit, and I'm going to play something for you. So I'm going to turn off my mic so there's no interference on the out and from this microphone. It's 2 minutes and about 40 seconds long. That's a long time, but there was some music playing on one of the background streams that the kid and I were editing, and we stumbled across this music, and it's in Adobe. And I heard this, and all of a sudden, my mind words started going off. So I saved it real quick. I plucked it out of there, and I saved it. And when everyone was gone and there was no one around me, I put my headset on, and I played this music. And I was thinking about what I would say, or what we might say as Generation X, along with this. It's kind of an inspirational thing. I've done one of these before. Not many of you remember the one. It was about 6 months ago or so. I did that one about being a better person. Remember that? And I played it here. I don't know about how many, but anyway, so I'm going to play it for you right now. I'm not going to disappear. But I want to play it, and I want you guys to listen. I can't hear it. I have to wait for the bar to go down, the little microphone, the volume bar to quit bouncing around. Then I know it's done. But I'm going to play it for you right now, and you guys tell me what you think when we're done. Turn up your volume, give it a listen. Here we go. I am Generation X. I don't think anyone will ever really understand me. I come from an era where please and thank you were expected from everyone. It was commonplace to hear yes sir and yes ma'am. I was raised tough, and I'm not talking about drinking from a garden hose. I'm talking about crashing your bike and walking it off, or rubbing dirt on an open gash until it stopped bleeding. I was a Generation X teenager who rode his mongoose bike as fast as he could, wind in his hair zipping over sidewalks and curbs without a care in the world. And when it came time, I got a job. I started at the bottom and I got bottom pay. I worked my way through schools and training, and my pay increased as I honed my skills. Nobody told me I was entitled to anything. I had to work for it. And my mistakes were mine. I owned them. I didn't blame the world around me, but my successes were mine too. And you don't have the right to take what's mine. The Constitution says so. I'm from a time where humility was something you learned, not something you avoided. And now you guys want to rewrite my history. You tell me I was privileged. You tell me I had it easy. You try to make me feel bad for who I am, but you forget. I'm Generation X. I don't care what you think. You try and tell me what I can and can't say. You want to force me to feel certain ways about things. But I get to say what I want, and I get to feel any way I choose, same as you. You blame us for everything, but the truth is you need us. Your generation looks down on me, and yet you ask me to pay for all of your causes. The hypocrisy. I'm tired of hiding who I am for fear you'll cancel me. I'm tired of a small number of your generation ruining my sports, ruining my theme parks, and changing the landscape of my country to suit your agenda. I am Generation X, and I am not weak. I am not afraid of you. You pushed my generation too far, and now the pendulum is swinging back the other way, and you hate it. I'm done listening to people who break the law and think compassion is the only virtue that matters. I'm done letting you people lead from behind. I am everything you hate because you can't control me any longer. I'm done being your whipping post. I am an individual. I am a generation. I am strong. I am loyal. And I'm not afraid to be right. I am Generation X. That come through? Okay, I wasn't sure if you guys could hear that or not. Anyway, that was something I'm toying with. I don't know. It was an inspirational moment. I don't know what to do with it. I haven't published it anywhere. We haven't put it up anywhere. I literally just kind of threw that together. I don't know if that was going to be the only time I ever play it for anybody ever. I don't know if it's going to go somewhere. I got to talk to the kid about it. But I don't know. That's just wondering what you guys thought. If I was going to show that to anybody, if I was going to introduce it anywhere other than a couple, like I said, a couple staff members, and Gen X mom hadn't even heard that yet. This was her first time too. If I was going to share it with anybody, it was going to be with you guys, Bottom of the Glass Nation. And I know I haven't been getting to the bottom of the glass because of my health. We'll get back to that. We will. Whiskey is still in my future. It's just not right now. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys before I paddled off into the distance. Let me grab between the sheets because I'm going to get yelled at here. We'll see if that comes up. You guys will know about it in the future. Cody, can you tell the two dead boys who drew their swords and shit each other? My grandfather used to tell that as a boy. I can cross the video, which is crazy. My grandfather's the only person I ever heard say your video popped up, and I was thinking about it. Yeah, they shot each other, not shit each other. Cody, well, I'm glad that I rank up there with your grandfather. I guess that's a good thing. Brian Simon, Gen X Talks. Hey, Gen X Mom, I know why California cities are a shithole, but why do you guys still stay in California? Honest question, just want to understand. There's actually a whole video about that. If you go to our YouTube channel and you look up, you can look up the name of it. Just type in California. I go on a rant. I used to go on rants, and then everybody got mad. Dude, don't go on your California rant, man. We've heard it so many fucking times. We're sick of your California rant. All right, I don't do it anymore. But it's up there as a slice. It is. Let's see. What else? Sammy J. Hey there. I just spent the last 2 weeks binge watching your videos. I'm 42. Happy to see this generation get an old school lesson on how this world works. Thank you and God bless you. Sammy J., what a wonderful way to end the program. It really is. Thank you for saying the kind words. I appreciate it. If you guys were all going to head over to the Discord server, Discord, don't be afraid. You just log in. It's free. Discord is just a bunch of chat rooms. That's where we hang out after the live streams. I'm running out of air. I'm still not back to 100%. I can feel it. Some of you are looking at me, and you can tell my eyes are probably getting a little droopier. I'm sitting a little lower in the saddle, and it's a little tougher to get through my sentences. I can feel it when I'm running out. I did make my hour though. I did make it over an hour. No, we're not doing the 3-hour marathons like before, which I know you guys hang out for. I love you guys for doing that, but I got to call it a night. Yeah, and I mean, like literally got to call it a night. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank all the moderators, the ones in white, the ones in blue. Thanks for everybody helping out. Gen X Mom between the sheets. I don't know if Trippy was throwing stuff up there. I couldn't tell, but appreciate you guys. And I don't care where you are around the planet on this little blue marble that we're all hurtling through space on. Thank you guys for listening. If you had to waste an hour of your night, why not waste it here with Gen X Talks? You didn't lose anything. Nothing. You got to chuckle. Remember, if you're not going to laugh with me, you can laugh at me. It's okay. I'm tough. I got to go. Thank you guys once again. And I'll catch all you guys on the flip side. And I'm going to find the goddamn button. There it is.